Y'all, there's some crazy things happening at the Wolf Creek Indian Village and Museum, located in Bland County, Virginia. During the mid 1990s, they built this museum and village, which is a replica of an actual village that used to stand near there. You see, back in the 1970s, about 1972 to be exact, they were putting in Interstate 77. And when they were trying to put that in, they were doing some configuring and mapping out, and they noticed that Wolf Creek needed to be rerouted in order to put this interstate in. Well, things started being discovered, and what they had come upon was a village that was there from the early 1400s, early 1500s, and possibly dated back to the early 1200s that had been there forever. So some scientists and archaeologists were brought in, and as they were digging, they mapped out this whole entire village, and they came across Native American remains. So of course what they do, they dug them all up. What do you not do? You don't mess with Indian burial grounds. You don't do it. That's a big no-no. Don't do it. And they sent them up to all kinds of different museums to be studied. And one of them places is a Smithsonian. And we know everything goes to Smithsonian to never be seen again. And the bodies that were dug up were Native American men, women, and children. And there were 14 of them. And there was another one of a dog or a wolf. So the creek was rerouted to go through the certain area, through the village. And it did. Some of the grave sites are where the creek is now. And the replica is built not far from where the village originally stood. And you see, they actually sent back only one of the remains to this village. One. And do you know who that was? Oh, the dog, the wolf. They sent the wolf back, and the people there reburied it not far away from the replica near the village in an unmarked grave. So there you go. The tribes that were here in this village they're not 100% sure if it was Cherokee or Catawba or something like that. I'm not sure either. Couldn't really find it. But they do give you a lot of information on the Cherokee Indians here at the replica village. So what about the hauntings? What's the crazy things happening? Well, a lot of people that have been here, tour guides especially, have reported hearing laughing. They just hear laughter. And they hear a different language that's being spoken there that's definitely not English. And these voices, because it's children and it's women and it's men, are all over this village, and especially where the creek is. Now, I read a book about some tour guides or some people that work there that heard the laughter, and they're trying to figure out where it was coming from, so they followed it, and it went by the creek, and they kept going further and further and further, following this laughter, and it quit. And when they quit, they came across this clay that they had been looking for, which was the same clay that was used to build the pottery that they had been finding on that property. So now the women were able to gather up that clay and make replica pottery off the property like the Native Americans did with the same stuff. But the people that work there are genuinely happy because of the laughter. It says that it makes them feel better knowing that these remains have been disturbed, these burial grounds have been disturbed and then scattered across the country. But the spirits that remain there are laughing and seem to be happy and don't have an ominous, malicious presence. They actually tend to be pretty helpful. And what is the one only apparition that is seen here? Oh, it's of the guardian spirit. The dog, the wolf, the canine that's buried there. It has been seen multiple times on different occasions. And it really seems to be the guardian of the land. Have you ever been to the Native American village? Let me know in the comments. Do you have an experience yourself? Worked there? Got something you want to correct me on? Go ahead. You know what to do. Right on over there. And follow me for more paranormal stories.